James Comey posts an 8647 image and the right pearl clutches and says this is a threat on Donnie. He's like, don't you guys realize you're giving them exactly what they want? And like now we're going to celebrate that Kash is on the case investigating a social media post. Don't you see how this sets the precedent for investigating social media posts and reading into them beyond what they actually say? For those who don't know, 86 is a restaurant and hospitality term that means you're out of a certain item or to reject or eject a person from the establishment, like a bar. So reject or eject Donnie does not mean take his life. Like, is this really the future that we want? That the director of the three-letter agency has to investigate something that's like a veiled comment? Like, wasn't everybody paying attention for the last 5 years where they kept saying the term incite violence, to incite? Like, oh, you said mean words and or you said this thing, therefore people would be encouraged to go do that thing, even though it's not a direct threat or a direct encouragement, which is already illegal. And like, don't get me wrong, I get it. Each side, certain factions of each side jump on certain non-stories to try to make them stories. And look, we could say it's a nothing story, but I don't think people quite yet realize how impactful the loud voices online actually are these days. Because as soon as a selection is finished, people are already focused on the midterms, local races, state races, and things like that are peppered throughout the year. So the loud voices on either side do make an impact. And to waste some of that gas on something as non-story as this just seems unnecessary to me. So instead of just giving attention to that story, I'll just mention that big ups to Brandon Tatum for calling out the potential pardon of somebody named Brett Hankinson, the Louisville police officer who fired 10 shots into the apartment of Breonna Taylor. Because he didn't hit anyone with those shots, yet he's going to go to prison, potentially, for a very long time. There's an old saying in business that goes something like, we're tripping over dollars to pick up pennies, and that's what I think this situation is. Meaning, no, let's not waste our precious ability to generate attention on non-stories. Because if a three-letter agency investigates such a high-profile person for saying something as simple as 8647, you can only imagine when the power shifts to the other side what types of things they would investigate in the same manner. Interestingly enough, that person will be you. Moral of the story is, prioritize things that actually matter, that'll actually move the needle, that'll actually help people. And certainly don't encourage the investigation of some person because of a social media post, because next they'll be coming for you.